Hello and welcome to this video on how to build a six-figure commercial cleaning business without quitting your day job. This presentation is for you if you're somebody who's looking for a business that provides good money after hours without needing to give up your day job, and you're looking to secure your family and your own financial future, but want to be in control of your own business. So sit back, relax, grab a pen and paper, take notes if you can, turn off the TV. I'm going to give you a lot of information in a very short period of time. Just to be clear, there's no sales pitch here. So I'm not going to be selling you anything at the end of this. You can't buy anything. There will be a chance for you to reach out, and if you want to learn more and see what we can do to help you move forward to the next step. So what are we going to cover today? We're going to cover why a commercial cleaning business is the easiest and most reliable way to make extra income. I'm going to show you how to win and keep as many cleaning contracts as you could possibly handle. And I'm also going to give you some options to reach out to us if you want to learn more. Because of the system, I've been lucky enough to grow a network of close to 100 franchises right across Australia, making millions of dollars within a 4-year period. I've also been able to set up people successfully in their own 6-figure and even 7 figures. So that's the business is turning over $1 million a year. I've been able to help people set themselves up in these types of businesses using this model. I've been able to attract the interest of Bright Sugars as a global entrepreneur to partner with me because the system is so unique and set up into international markets, but we're just getting started. I can tell you for sure, though, it wasn't always like this. Consistent cash flow is something I always struggled with. See, I tried my hand at a lot of different things. I did share trading, consulting, I flipped businesses, and even did property development. One of the things that I always struggled with was making sure that money was coming in on a consistent weekly, monthly basis. If I wasn't working, I wasn't making money. And when I was doing property development, I was living from project to project. I recognized this as a problem. So what I did is I started a small commercial cleaning business on the side. To cut a long story short, I had 3 development sites on the go. I had a 16-unit development site, a 6-unit development site, and a 3-unit development site. And I had to sell all of those sites at a loss. In fact, I owed money after I sold all those sites. And all I had was a small commercial cleaning business that I'd started on the side. And during the day, I had to get a job. I got a job, in fact, setting appointments for a roof restoration company. And at night, I would go out and do the cleaning. I wanted more out of life. So after a year or so of doing this, I realized I had to make a decision. I had to take action if I was going to change and turn my circumstances around, because I was paying the bills, but I wasn't really moving ahead. So I decided to focus on the small commercial cleaning business that I had started on the side, and I hustled. I started doing whatever I could to get referrals. I did add some AdWord advertising, some SEO, and I started to get some traction. It was really slow at first, but I learned everything I could, and I experimented relentlessly. If there was books or courses that I could do about sales, about marketing, about the cleaning industry and how to train and manage cleaning stuff, I'd grab it, I'd learn it, I'd pay for it. But I was faced with really 2 big hurdles. First one, how to get clients. I mean, there was hundreds of cleaning companies out there. How was I going to stand out from everybody else and get their attention and get their business? The second one was how to make sure that once I got their business, I was going to keep it for years and years to come. So that's when I had a blinding flash of the obvious. See, while I hustled and I got together a small client portfolio, some of them became my favorite clients. They were my favorite clients because they were profitable, because they paid on time. We all like those guys. And they also were easy to work with and very loyal to me. I wanted more just like them. So my blinding flash of the obvious was, I thought if I just knew what these guys wanted from an ideal cleaning service, there'd be others just like them who'd want the same and maybe want to do business with me if I provided a service that they wanted. So I interviewed them and I asked them what an ideal cleaning service looked like to them. And they told me, this is what they said. They said they wanted a cleaning service that identified and did their unique items that was really important to them each and every single time. So for some people, it might be the front reception area. For some people, it might be setting up the boardroom area or a kitchen or toilets or even things such as the windowsill where the office manager likes to stare out in the distance during her morning tea break. So each client I found had 1, 2, or 3 items that was unique to them that's really, really important. Unless you did those couple items, a few items, it didn't really matter what the rest of the clean was like, so long as those things were done. The next thing they told me was consistency. So they wanted to make sure that the cleaning was reliable and to the same high standard each and every single time. It couldn't be haphazard. It couldn't be good one week, bad the next week. It had to be the same and the same high quality each and every single time and be reliable. The next was communication. They didn't want to go through a myriad of supervisors and managers to get simple messages across to the cleaners. Communication had to be simple. It had to be easy. It had to be clear. Next was transparency. One of the things that is riddled in this industry is subcontracting. And so often that means that there's no transparency around who does the cleaning, what they do, when they turn up, and whether they're even getting paid properly. So that is the thing that our clients wanted. They wanted a transparent cleaning service. They wanted to know who it was who came to do the cleaning, what they actually did, when they came, and they also wanted to make sure that people were getting paid correctly. The next thing that was really important to these guys was security. Obviously, people don't want to hand keys to criminals, but it wasn't just that. They didn't just want police checks and confidence that we're doing with honest and trustworthy cleaners. They also wanted to know what were the systems for locking up and closing? What was the security procedures in place for the cleaning business so they had confidence that their business premises were secure? And next was professional relationships. And this was often forgotten by a lot of different types of cleaning services. I know this for sure that people don't do this. And that was professional relationships, by being proactive, not reactive to clients. They got a cleaning service so they didn't have to think about the cleaning. So what they wanted from their cleaning service provider was someone who was going to actually identify solutions continuously for them. So find out, okay, I think you guys might need this, a carpet cleaning, there might be a window cleaning, or I notice we can solve your paper towels and products or coffee and tea needs, whatever. They were after someone who's proactive about identifying the cleaning and maintenance needs of the customer and being proactive rather than reactive to problems or responding to complaints or just responding to, we need this, we need that. They wanted their cleaning service to actually reach out with them and identify those things and offer them solutions. So what I did is I decided to design my service around these 6 things that they told me that they wanted. And this is when things got really interesting for me. I started winning more commercial cleaning contracts than I can possibly handle. People wanted what I had now. People thought my service was different, only because I asked what the market wanted and I designed my service around those things that they wanted. In fact, I won so many cleaning contracts, I couldn't handle them all. I remember I had a handful of cleaning contracts that was some distance away from most of my other cleaning contracts. I decided I was going to sell them. So I put them on Gumtree, and the phone didn't stop ringing. I couldn't believe so many people were interested in buying these cleaning contracts. It amazed me. But the thing that became really apparent when I spoke to these people on the phone was they wanted to buy the contracts, but they had no idea on how to operate the business. And I wanted to have confidence that when I gave these people the cleaning contracts, because I still were attached to the customers, that they were going to deliver for those customers and also had a chance of actually growing and scaling a significant size business. And that's when I decided to franchise the business. A penny dropped. I realized that there's a huge number of people who want cleaning contracts, but they need assistance and support. And with looking after those contracts, but also knowing how to not just deliver, but also grow and expand their business to achieve the dreams that they wanted for their life. Just like I did, I had the option once I got to a certain stage that I could actually quit my day job and concentrate fully on the cleaning business. And then I could continually grow this cleaning business until I had more than enough cleaning contracts. So just to give you a picture of what's possible in a commercial cleaning business when you get this thing right, this is just a snapshot of some of the things that happen in our business. You can see in the background, these are some of the clients that we have. We have household name brand clients. We've got BlueScope Steel. We've got plenty of franchise groups, Hyundai. We look after Ford, Ladbrokes, Specsavers. People become attracted when they start seeing that you're going to deliver on their needs. And the great thing is that you're not competing on price anymore. People are choosing you because this is the kind of cleaning service they've always looked for, and there's flexibility in their budget. And if you have a look, this is just if you just look over here, this is just one day of money coming into the account, and this is very typical. You're looking at it can be 20,000, 40,000 in a single day coming into your business. And if you notice here, we're not dealing with massive clients. We have a handful of those where they're paying 10,000, 20,000 and up, but the majority of clients are within the realm of $900, $3,000, $1,300. But added up all together, you're looking at a large sum of money. This is just what a few of our franchise partners say. This is Tan and Seema. He's one of our first early franchise partners in Brisbane. They said, we're looking for a part-time after-hours income. We found out Urban Clean was the best opportunity for after-hours income. Urban Clean give you your business on a plate. You just have to take it. This is Joseph Campbell. He's done really, really well in the system. He's been able to grow his business from Canberra. He's moved into Sydney. He's winning cleaning contracts on his own. He's well into six figures, earning about $150,000 plus per year in this business. And this is what he says: Urban Clean has a system that works. My business has grown from strength to strength. We win contracts on our own, and our business is growing. In two words, this thing works. And this is just a snapshot of some of our monthly disbursements our franchisees have. So this is really typical. Our franchisees, this is a part-time thing. Okay, this is after hours. Most of them have got a job during the day. They're pursuing a career during the day, and in the evening they have a cleaner or got a team of cleaners that clean, and this is the money that they're making. $7,000. There's $11,000, $6,000, all after hours. So the big problem you're having is you want to create a financial future for yourself. You want financial security for your family, but you don't know how to do it without risking your day job and risking the income that you've already got. You know that commercial cleaning could be the answer, but you don't know where to start. You don't know how to win contracts in demand, and you don't know how to manage your business for long-term success. And we tend to make a few mistakes, and it's very easy to fall into these mistakes. I've done them. Particularly this first one, chasing bright, shiny objects, the latest fad, the latest lifestyle business. So it might be Amazon reselling. It could be trading property, or it could be a Bitcoin. Okay. These things are often huge distractions to us, and they're not really bringing bread and butter. They're not really a substantial business. They might come for a time, but then they're gone for tomorrow. Then you think that cleaning business only works if you land that one big cleaning contract. You might know somebody who's had a commercial cleaning contract or have a commercial cleaning business, and they're talking about this one big contract that they got. They've got this whole shopping center, and they're making so much money. Well, I can tell you now that the big contracts is not where this game is won. Okay, that is a very short-term thinking. People can boast about their contracts, but it's profits that matter. And it's actually a lot of the smaller stuff that's the one that brings in the bacon. And I'm going to show you why that is the case a little bit later on. Next, you think, okay, quitting your job straight away is the answer. I just focus full-time in the business. Well, look, the opportunity we're talking about today does not require you to quit your day job. You can keep it while growing commercial cleaning business on the side. You don't need to quit and jeopardize the income that you've got right now. The other thing is thinking, oh, look, all I need to do is get cleaning contracts. If I can buy the cleaning contracts, or I can find the cleaning contracts, or I can just win cleaning contracts, that's all I need to think about in this business. Well, cleaning has a lot more to it than just winning the cleaning contracts. Yes, there's the cleaning, but there's the business systems behind it. You want to be able to grow and scale and build teams. You need more than just contracts. You need a system behind it. The other thing that people make as a mistake is giving up the control to others, or thinking maybe all I do is just find some jobs I can subcontract with. Well, if that's the case, you are not in control of your future, and you're not in control of your destiny. Ultimately, businesses work or don't work because they either don't have a system or do have a system. The model is good or the model is poor. So what you've got to look at with businesses is not just the externals. You've got to have a look behind the scenes and see, what's the system? Is there a system to win business, retain business? Is the model work? It's a model work to achieve the goals that I want for myself. I'm going to tell you now why I fell in love with commercial cleaning. And it's really simple maths, but so powerful when you understand it. So if you go out 1 month and you win one small cleaning contract worth $500, it's not very exciting. It's about $120 a week, enough maybe to pay your groceries, but certainly it's not going to change or transform your life. Then the next month you go in and you win another cleaning contract. So you keep the cleaning contract you got before, you win another cleaning contract. Now you're making $1,000 a month. Again, not life-changing. But you can see where I'm going with this. And see, the marvelous thing about commercial cleaning is people sign contracts for 1 year, 2 years, sometimes 3 years, and they will keep paying you if you do a good job. Then on the third month, you do this again. $500 plus $500, $1,500. Again, this is not life-changing. But then on the month 12, you could be doing this and making $6,000 a month, 72 grand a year. And if you did this consistently, for 36 months, for 3 years, you're making $18,000 a month or $216,000 a year. For a lot of people, that's a game changer. Okay, you can transform how your life just from this very simple model. What if I told you that our national contract value is actually $680 per month, not $500? And we've got people who win a contract almost every day of the week, just one single person, without spending any money in advertising or marketing, just through activity. See, there's a few assumptions that I made though with those numbers. They're very exciting. Okay, not exciting at the beginning, but then they become really exciting because they compound. You win one contract, you keep that contract, and it builds and builds and builds until you're earning substantial income. But there's three assumptions. The first assumption in those numbers is you know how to win a cleaning contract. The next assumption is those cleaning contracts are profitable. And the third assumption is you know how to win cleaning contracts. See, you've got to get those three elements right to have a successful commercial cleaning business. And that's why we use the analogy of a stool. We use the analogy of the three legs of the stool because you can have one or two of those things right in your business. But if you don't have all three, then your business is never secure. It's never stable. You're always working to make sure that it stays balanced, stays alive. So what those three things are, I'm going to share with you right now. They're a predictable quantity of profitable cleaning contracts. The second thing is consistent delivery of service. And the third thing is customer relationships. So let's talk about the first thing, a predictable quantity of profitable cleaning contracts. This is the first leg of the stool. Now, a lot of people don't understand that some cleaning contracts are more profitable than others, okay? And they think, oh gosh, I just win a big school, a big high-rise building, a stadium, and I'm set for life. Well, no, not really, okay? Because the margins are often really, 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 really small. And there's a saying in business, you're probably familiar with it, revenue is vanity and profit is sanity, right? So you don't necessarily want to be chasing work for work's sake. You've got to be making money out of these cleaning contracts. So you've got to be looking at the profit. And we've found that small, medium-sized offices, medical centers, gyms, and small schools, that's where the money is in this game, right? And the thing is, though, you've got to make sure that your offer is really appealing to that market, okay? It's got to be predictable, okay? A predictable quantity of profitable cleaning contracts. So you've got the profitable cleaning contracts, which is all about making sure your target market is correct, and it's not these things. I'll show you in a sec. Is you're not going after big pubs. You're not going after big shopping centers or cafes or childcare centers where you're competing directly with people's wages. You're after medical centers. You're after engineering firms, lawyers. You're after small private schools. This is where the money is in the market. But to be predictable means that you've got something that's attractive to that market, to the profitable end of the market. So they've got to look at what you do as a service and say, yes, I want to come across, and money is not my main consideration. And that's all about getting those six things right in your business that the profitable end of the market is looking for. And once they see that, and they see that without a shadow of a doubt, they're willing to come across. And the next thing is then quantity. See, once you know that when people see your proposal, see your cleaning service, they're going to, a certain percentage is going to kind of come across. The next question is quantity. You want a quantity of people coming across. So it's got a predictable quantity of profitable cleaning contracts. Quantity is knowing how to approach that market correctly. We've designed a system. I'm going to share with you what it is in a second, but it's something that I'd love to go into more detail with you. If you decide to book in a call and have a meeting, we can describe this exact process that we use, but you don't need to be using any marketing dollars. It's your time. It's investing in a system that you know works. What we can do is we can approach 20 businesses. So they've never heard about a service ever before. We approach 20 businesses. We can get 17 proposals from those 20 businesses. 3 people will say, no, I'm definitely not interested. And of those 17 proposals, we know one of them is going to become a cleaning contract. In fact, it's a little bit more than one of them, because our conversion rate using this process is 8.4%. Now, that doesn't sound very exciting, right? But think about it. We can approach 20 businesses in a single day. So this is not 20 businesses in a month. This is 20 businesses in a day that we can do this. And they've never heard about it. They weren't even chasing a commercial cleaner. We just know that 70% of the market is dissatisfied with what they've currently got. So we know that if we use the right approach, and it's unique to our system alone, we can get a proposal to them. And of that, 1 or 2 of them will become cleaning contracts. Look, it works. It means that now you've got a quantity of business coming through. We've got people, in fact, who are able to win a couple contracts a week. We've even had people who've been winning a contract a day using this system. Once you've got that right, the next thing you need to be looking at is consistent delivery. The first leg is all about making promises, okay, that you know you need to deliver on. That's what makes it predictable. People see what you're offering. They see that this is the kind of cleaning service we've been looking for years. You seem to have the goods. Well, you're making promises. And that's what's getting you the business. Now, with those promises, you got to deliver on them, and you got to deliver on them consistently. And that's why we call it consistent delivery. So this is mainly about the cleaning, but there's other things as well that they're looking for. If you promise this, a method of communication, you got to deliver on that method of communication consistently. If you've got a promise to do the auditing, you promise to be transparent, you got a promise on professional relationships, you've got to deliver on these things consistently. And it's understanding, okay, well, this is the standard, and what's the training systems, what are the manuals, how to make sure that when you onboard cleaners and train teams of cleaners, they're all delivering to the same standard and they're following the system that you've shown them and what the client's expecting. It's also about making sure that you've got a process, and sometimes these systems can be really, really simple. I mean, this is just routing a job correctly, so you're not missing any item, but it also increases your speed and efficiency in doing the jobs. So it's about identifying those few things too that are important, having a system in place to make sure you're consistently doing those things. We use Janaflow, for instance. And Janaflow does real-time tracking. We identify those things that are important to that client. We make sure we take pictures of them, and it gets sent in a report in real time. Clients love it. They can see that we are delivering on the promises that we made to get their business in the first place. So once you've got the first leg, which is all about a predictable quantity of profitable cleaning contracts, the next leg, which is consistent delivery of service, you've got to look at the third leg, which is relationships. This is so important. This is a glue that sticks you and your cleaning contracts together. The reason why this is so important is because things change. That's what we say when we approach new businesses. We tell them that things change. They might be happy with their current cleaners right now. They might think they're doing a great job. They might be under contract, etc., etc., etc. But it's very easy for us to counter that by saying things change. Well, the same thing happens when you win their business. Things can change. So you need to have a relationship with your clients, because this is a contract, because this can be long-term, because this is maybe you're looking after them over 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got clients that I've kept for 7 years. Yet you've got to continue to identify what's important to that client. And that means building a relationship with them. If you lose touch with them, if you're out of touch with their needs, someone can come in and say, we'll solve this and this problem for you. And they're thinking, well, my current cleaners have never talked to me about that. They've never asked me what's important about the service. They never chase me. I'm always chasing them. If that's the case, you don't have a strong relationship and your contract becomes vulnerable, particularly at renewal times. Okay, so relationships are so important in retaining a business and building a giant moat around you and all the other competition. So what we're talking about is three simple pillars you got to get right. Legs of the stool, we call them, to have a very successful commercial cleaning business. The first thing is having a predictable quantity of profitable cleaning contracts. The next thing is consistent delivery of service. And lastly is strong customer relationships. You get this thing right and your business is going to go gangbusters. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, I don't know, maybe I just go and buy some cleaning contracts, or I'll buy some equipment and chase some cleaning contracts. It seems like it's pretty easy to do. Well, when you know how, yes, it is, but it's understanding how that's the difficult bit. And I invested hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've had sales teams experiment with different scripts. We've used different processes, and yes, we use different methodologies besides just direct marketing. So we use LinkedIn. We have used telemarketing to successfully in the past. There's methods to do it, but there's processes that work and there's processes that don't work. There's systems you've got to follow for client delivery that do work. If you try and do it yourself, you're bound to make mistakes. Hey, I made a lot of mistakes. It took me a long time before I really worked this thing out. I had to invest a lot of money to do this. So if you start the traditional way of saying, look, yeah, I'll do it all myself, there's a lot of guesswork. Things are unproven. Maybe things will work. Maybe they won't work. There's a lot of unknowns. Okay, you can put a hard work in, you can put a lot of money in, but the outcomes are really unknown. The benefit of coming through on a franchise system, on an established system that you know works, is that things become predictable, they're proven, there's systems, and there's results that you can follow. It becomes now a known process. So you know, you put the hard work in, you put the investment in, you know that you're going to get some returns. This is a quick snapshot of our Facebook group, and it just shows you the kind of community that we've developed and also the kind of success that our franchise partners have. Guys, this really does work. I'm really excited about this. I'm so proud of being part of the creation of this model and to see so many people succeed in it. It's very simple. It's a step-by-step process, but you've got to know how to do those steps. I promise to you, there's no sales pitch here. And it's true. There's no sales pitch at all. I've just given you a very quick overview, and I hope you've got a lot out of it on how to run a successful commercial cleaning business and how you can do this in your spare time. See, I went out during the day in my lunch breaks using a process to win cleaning contracts. I slowly built those cleaning contracts up to the point where I could quit my day job. I still remember that moment. It was so satisfying. And then I could spend all my time growing and expanding this commercial cleaning business I started. We can talk about how you can have that same success yourself. We can talk about setting you up in some cleaning contracts from the very beginning of your business, and how we can coach you and mentor you and support you in expanding and growing into 6 figures and beyond. So reach out to us, contact us for more information. Love to share with you how we can make this a reality for you too.